Good day, everyone, especially to you, sir. Good day. So, for this academic presentation, I was tasked to present and to discuss the famous literary works in Chinese literature. So, the main objective or the main lesson that I will be going to present in this day is the four classical novel in Chinese literature, which is The Water Margin, Journey to the West, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and Dreams of the Chamber. So, first is The Water Margin. So here I attach a picture in order for you to conceptualize what is the water margin. So water margin was published in 14th century. Water Margin was the first of the four classical novels to be released and to be introduced in vernacular form and style which the other would adhere to. The title has been translated in a number of different ways, including as Outlaws of Marsh, Tale of Marshes, All Men Are Brothers, Men of the Marshes, or the Marshes of the Mount Liang. Unresolved doubt persists over the identity of the author attributed to Shi Mian, a writer of Zhu Hu. So for the next slide is, this novel is set in the Song Dynasty and depicts a group of outlaws who eventually go on the serve of emperor in battling foreign invaders. It was based on a real-life story of the outlaw Song Jiang, who was defeated by the emperor in the 12th century, and whose gang of 36 outlaws came to populate folk tales throughout China. These folk tales generated a mythology around Song Jiang, which led to various dramatic adaptation and printing retellings. These precursors would all go on to inform The Water Margin, which condensed and synthesized the various tales which has erupted around the Song Jiang story. Some have attributed Water Margin's success to its ironic representation of common grievances against the ruling classes. Its depiction of outlaws' rebellion tapped into resentments held by many during the Ming Dynasty. The novel was ended banned for a period for its potential for promotion sedition. Time I will be going to let you watch one of the trailer of Water Margin.
当年东京80万禁军教头林冲，正是在下。马如基大侠，梁山好汉全伙在此。要不是平民三郎劫了大厂，卢员外今年50已经问斩。黑夜在此，你可是卢员外家的浪子燕青，是我又怎么样？你们不是他的敌手。你这败坏国家、害百姓的贼，给我报仇！ 员外还不下手！
Novel that I will be going to discuss is The Journey to the West. Here is a picture in order for you to conceptualize. So, Journey to the West, perhaps the most influential of the four classic novels of Chinese literature, and certainly the most widely known beyond China's border. Journey to the West was written in the 17th century by Wu Xingyin. It depicts the pilgrimage of the Buddhist monk Xuanzang to India and his resultant travels through the western provinces of China, accompanied by his three disciples. Whistles, the framework of the story is based on Buddhism. The novel draws on a host of Chinese folk tales and mythology, as well as pantheism and to create its fantastical cast of characters and creatures. These creatures include demons who Xuanzang encounters along his travel, and a variety of animal spirits who assume human form. This later category includes the three disciples, which was characterized as a monkey, a pig, a river ogre, and who are bound to Xuanzang as they attempt to atone for their past sins. Early and partial English translation of Journey to the West by Arthur Wallis was entitled Monkey and focused on the exploits of each character, which has been also the case with many subsequent adaptations. Journey to the West was an early example of Shenmue genre, which incorporated a range of fantastical fiction focusing on the exploits of gods or demons. Journey to the West was the most famous example of Shenmue and remains omnipresent in China in a huge variety of adaptations. The novel's continued relevance in a reflection of its paradigmatic qualities, as with the Greek myths of Homer. It has set down the ancient myths of Chinese culture for the first time. Here is the trailer of the Journey to the West.
有过痛苦，方知众生痛苦；有过执着，放下执着；有过牵挂，了无牵挂。
这一路，我杀的妖，降的魔，全都是为了他。
世上最难过的关，是情关。
他放不下一个人，这个女人真的是妖精，他们全都好来害你的。
真的没有妖怪？
打我！
嗯？
你不打死我，我就打死你！你居然为了一只妖精打我！臭猴子！那你就别忍了，干脆干掉他！你们给我听着，不要再叫我臭猴子！ 我欠他的，我早已经还清了。他欠我的，也不必再还。是不是我喜欢的女人都要像段小姐那样死在你手上？从今往后，你我师徒二人恩断义绝。 这个世界不是朋友，就是敌人。
Third novel that I will be going to present is The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Romance of the Three Kingdoms, a historical novel which recounts the political intrigue and deceit within the Three Kingdoms period of Chinese history. Romance of the Three Kingdoms combined history, legend, and mythology to tell the story of this era. This epic tale was written by Lu Guanzhong and incorporates hundreds of characters, weaving a multitude of complicated plotlines in its portrayal of disintegration of a unified China into three warring kingdoms, the three states of Kaohe, Shuhan, Eastern Wu, and their eventual reconciliation and unification. Romance of the Three Kingdoms remains hugely popular in China and had a profound influence on national identity since it is dramatized one of the foundational myths of the nation. It is a general truism of this world that anything long divided will surely unite, and anything long united will surely divide. The complexity of the political world it depicts, as well as its epic length and density. Reading Romance of the Three Kingdoms, however, it remains a uniquely potent work which informs Chinese political consciousness even today in a way that rivals Shakespeare's place in English self-identity. The This time, kindly watch the trailer of The Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
The Empire, long divided, must unite. A great dynasty burns, and tyrants rule over the ashes. As the light dims, shadows grow ever darker. Ambition corrupts the future, and harmony shatters in the flames of turmoil. Yet from the cinders, the powerful and righteous emerge. The Empire, long united, must divide, and destiny be shaped by its champions.
The last novel that I am going to present or to discuss is The Dream of the Red Chamber. Here is the picture of the Dream of the Red Chamber. So, Dream of the Red Chamber were written in the mid-18th century during the Qing Dynasty. Dream of the Red Chamber was the last of the four great novels of Chinese literature to gain prominence. It is a semi-autobiographical work which focuses on the financial and moral decay of author Cao Shuiquan's family, by extension in the Qing Dynasty. Recognized for its formal beauty and innovation, Dream of the Red Chamber was found a scholarly field for its own, rhetoric, which is still striving academic subject in China. The novel markedly more precise than fellow classics, and it offers an incredibly detailed rendering of the life of the 18th century's Chinese aristocracy, paying particular attention to the complexities of social conventions in the esoteric world. The novel is thus a repository for those interested in Chinese culture, granting readers an insight into the religious, social, and political world of upper-class China. Insight into a wide variety of aspects of Chinese literature, from medicine to mythology and art, all of which continue to inform contemporary culture in China. So, kindly watch the trailer of The Dream of the Chamber in order for you to conceptualize.
回首红楼昔日梦，红江流卷起新池，聊尽相思还尽泪。春草林妹妹，你听我说，你要说的，我全都明白。 妹妹的身子太单薄了，好姑娘得容服下。为什么隔一堵墙来隔一座山？宝玉，你。
Trailer that I've posted, I want you to choose or pick one of the trailer of the novels, then make a reaction and reflection. So that's it for this presentation. I hope that you've learned something from the famous literary works of Chinese literature, which is the Water Margin, Journey to the West, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and lastly for The Dream of the Chamber. If you have questions, just post a comment in our comment section in our Google Classroom. That's all. Thank you for watching and God bless.